that restrictions on freedom of expression are allowed to protect the rights and reputations of others, also to protect national security.
Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. We do give thanks and praise. Came across this information with Madam Diane Jackson Miller sharing her opinion, her learned opinion about the dancehall artist Kiprich, who I say has been unlawfully arrested, and being persecuted for his freedom of expression, which is absolute, madam. But let's hear what you have to say, because you're in the system, well learned. So let's hear, because I'm there to bring the correction and the honorable clarification.
Expression stop keep. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dion Jackson. So dancehall artist Kiprich charged because of a song, freedom of expression stop keep. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dion Jackson Miller. Time for tea. So the police said that dancehall artist Kiprich has been charged because of a song he did. A lot of people have been asking, what about his right to freedom of expression? So I want to break it down. First and foremost, yes, freedom of expression is a constitutional right. So yes, Kiprich, as an artist, has a constitutional right to express himself. The question, though, does he have a constitutional?
Greetings, my people. This is for the West Indian, American, sovereign national, specifically. Yeah, specifically. Now, I hope this thing a process. Now, Madam Diane Jackson Miller is asserting that the Constitution give anybody anything, any rights. The Constitution not give nobody no kind of rights, madam. So this is your hypocrisy. This is what now come with to deceive the people, acting like one is with the people when you can't, find no kind of common ground between you and absolutely none of the people them where you talk about outside of the rich entertainer, Kiprich. Now when she said the Constitution give people rights and it's hold on, me have to take that call here.
Constitutional right to express himself with this song. So the song is about the One Order gang, and the police say the song endorses gang violence and pays tribute to members of the One Order gang. The song talks about the One Order man them going crazy. It says you ditch the general now, the whole of Spanish town going to blaze. It says among other things, and I should have no One Order no soft, them now gonna take over throw. Now stand up in the way, you reap what you sow. One Order now gonna make one daddy badness go so. Okay, so it's so among other things. Now, this song came out after the police killed Othniel Thickman Loban, who they say was a leader of the One Order gang. So there's a lot going on here. First and foremost, let's go back to this idea of freedom of expression, because freedom of expression is not absolute. It's not an absolute right. You can't say anything at all you want without some kind of consequences. Freedom of expression can be limited. When you look at it in all the international treaties, for instance, that Jamaica has signed and ratified, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, the American Convention on Human Rights, and others, you do see freedom of expression set out. And it's also set out, as I said before, in the Jamaican Constitution, which, by the way, also provides for the right to seek, receive, distribute, or disseminate ideas or opinions through any media. Because in this case, if we're talking about freedom of expression, with a song, we're also talking about distributing, putting out, sharing the ideas in that song or in your writing, in your art, whatever it is. That is also a constitutional right related to the right of freedom of expression. But everywhere where you have freedom of expression set out as a right, you also have limitations and restrictions on it. For instance, I mentioned the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and there we see that restrictions on freedom of expression are allowed to protect the rights and reputations of others, also to protect national security, public order, public health, or morals. So this idea of being able to restrict freedom of expression, it's not just a Jamaican thing, all right? It's done all over. So yes, Parliament can make laws that will restrict freedom of expression, but those restrictions also have to follow certain rules, right? So in the case of our Constitution, Parliament can make laws to restrict our rights. What the Constitution says is that Parliament can do that if it's demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. And to help to figure out what that means, the courts have laid down a number of rules. For instance, they look at whether or not the law restricting the right in question, so freedom of expression we're talking about, was that law enacted for a proper purpose, a purpose that's important enough to warrant the restriction of a constitutional right. Does the means used to achieve the objective violate the right as little as reasonably possible? Is the benefit that comes from restricting the right greater than the harm that could become from the restriction? The Court of Appeal, by the way, laid out all of this in the Daleberger case, citing Chief Justice Sykes and what he said in the NIDS case, if you want to go and read up on that. Now, look, Jamaica is a high crime environment. We still had over 1,100 murders in 2024. We have a serious gang problem. Just in November 2024, Prime Minister Holness said that Jamaica had moved from over 300 documented gangs, still had, he said, just under 180. But he said there remained a hardened core of gangs of a song he did. A lot of.
All right, Jano, forgive me. Yeah, you know, when you have to take care of family, even when family is, 1,000 miles away, yeah, when the phone call come on, you have to play your daddy role. Yeah, you have to drop anything and everything where you do at that moment. Yeah, man. So forgive the little break there. Yeah, me I talk about the Constitution where this lady has said you have constitutional right. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced, blatant lie, madam. What are you telling to the people? All right. You can tell your colonized people that nonsense, but me gonna talk to my West Indian, American sovereign national. Yeah, we will exist and occupy the Western Territory, now known as the Commonwealth area. So for my West Indian people, know you have what is known as divine fundamental rights and freedom, which is absolute, period. Absolute. And it derives from the sovereign creator. Yeah, man, the Most High. Yeah, man, great spirit of nature. And that's where it derived from, not from this lady, not from none of our sodomite politician friend, and not from none of the people that were occupy the parliament. Nonsense. The Constitution was created to secure, to guarantee those fundamental rights and freedom. That is the clarity. You talk about Constitution, give nobody no right. Them people you can have access to the dancehall artist Kiprich because I'm contractual arrangement. And the only way, because him agree to be a legal entity. That's why them can do that. If that dancehall artist smart and link all my office round here, so, and bring the strength, the required fee, then we show Jamaica government a different story. So don't listen to these people when they might tell you about international law said this and international. Who create those things? Because them not above God. Them not above the Almighty Creator. And this is where these people bring them hypocrisy subtly. I talk this nonsense like a police state or any man were in a parliament or any woman were in a them parliament or even Byron Sykes who can only give opinion. Listen to me. A judgment myself called truth of a reign. There is no such thing as constitutional law being given to absolutely no one. Period. And you learned attorney and all of your attorney friends, I'll open my mic and allow you to challenge me, which is an impossibility. Nonsense and not talk about that. All our actions and political actions are unconstitutional, making it unlawful. But we don't call it legality when I deceive people and I tell people so them agree. No such thing as no constitution issuing or giving. Constitution is in place to restrict you people, restrict the government entity, restrict the agency. Madam Diane Jackson Miller, why would the Constitution at its inception, its creation as amended state, Parliament shall make no law? We are talk about them can make law. Make law for them or in mama. In a year of me talk, you don't want to come challenge me for my free expression. So I'm blew on off of the planet. Yeah, man, beer than the mighty now on a location, man. That's when I'm not going to see havoc. Oh, you can't come chat to me with me sovereign and free and can demonstrate that and prove that. Which one of your agency can come talk about who no one carry me in any court of law in front of any one of your sodomite people? When me easily remove jurisdiction from because me a sovereign. Lady, come on for this radio station with this nonsense. How you think you're a fool? Not the West Indian. Which constitution give law? Them think they're for corporate slave. It's only when you're the legal entity. These corporate legal entities can interact or interface with you. Because the artificial construct can only interact and interface with like artificial construct, with other artificial construct that is the same as them, what exists on paper. Now, Madam learned, Diane Miller, give me a call now and tell me say a nonsense me I talk now. And then verify the nonsense when me I talk. Because I can verify absolutely everything what me I say. And I'll put your words to shame, lady. Just know me up on the island. So when you talk, always be mindful. So I may just find interest and clap it at you. Lawfully. You're talking about they can put limit. You can't put limit on man freedom. Are you insane? You try that, you get your head chopped off. I play around here with you people. That's why I said the corporate boss I do some things. Because I listen to me. Donald Trump I listen. Just like how Andrew listen. Just like how all of these judiciary listen. Just like how the judiciary on the mainland, them always pay attention to me. And this is where me I say, we are born out on a public slavery. This is why I tell the warrior them say, walk away from criminality. Because it's all politics. You talk about the one order gang. What is the one order gang? The whole island knows that it's a GLP political gang. And what is the next one name? The Klansman gang. The whole island knows that it's and every other gang break away from those things. What you chat about with the hypocrisy? You think you can bring police state and legalize everybody? It can't happen because we stand up lawfully and we have a judgment on right on into eternity. Righteously. Fire burn. Which sodomite can tell me about my free speech or free expression? Oh, no one try me. From a burn down on a court downtown. Remember, say Byron Sykes totally terrified of me, people. And I just talk me a talk. Who else I talk like this? Nonsense them I talk. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. Talking about all this as if you can rule over the man.
People have been asking, what about his right to freedom of expression? So I want to break it down. First and foremost, yes, freedom of expression is a constitutional right. So yes, Kiprich.
Again, Constitution secure and guarantee your fundamental rights and freedom, madam. This is why them say Parliament shall make no law and no organ of the state, including your favorite executive branch with your Andrew Holiness as Prime Minister, shall take no action to abrogate, abridge, or infringe upon those fundamental rights and freedom. What you chat about? That is absolute. That is absolute. What them a do to the artist is what you call public slavery. Because them have absolutely no authority. Because the artist have right to express himself, but through him probably, you know, not have the knowledge and him have a lot of money, so them will play games, carry in them system and have the attorney and milk it. I think it's like probably anywhere between 350,000 to $500,000 just to have Sean Penny office, because Sean Penny now talk to you directly. Somebody from his office will communicate with you. And then him will say, boy, how much money them can push out, and him will negotiate in the back door with the judge on the side. So let him out from bail or carry him for a year or two. I saw them work. It's all business. These people are conducting public slavery right in front of your eyes. And them have people like Diane Jackson Miller participate actively in it, but I don't think she understands the full scope of what go on. How can she when she's colonized? Yeah, man, as beautiful as she is. Yeah, man, and we all love Madam, you know, Diane Miller Jackson. Don't feel like we don't love this good lady. We love her. We really love her. But if she, you know, I give some information where we not think, you know, accurate, then we don't mind I bring the clarity. And then she can choose for a butt, you know. Yeah, man, but we love Diane Jackson Miller. We don't have nothing against her, and we totally show respect. We are tear down the company and government where enslave her unknowingly. We are exposed that. Law separate and distinct from legality. And let me tell you something. A judge, any one of these judges, make them call me no man, or send anybody come check me. Any one of these judges, Byron Sykes, David Batts, Honorable Chief Judge Chester Crooks, Madame Simmons or Simone, and even Madame Loomy. All of you judges are presumed to know law. As rebuttable as it is, it go all the way to the appellate court on this island, all the way to the foreign privy court. This Nestorian king with judgment on a man. Anytime, anywhere, anyhow. We don't have no truth. When I man has truth stand up, all I know for go hide on the ugly self. Terrified of this truth. God, this truth I come with flaming fire in the ear. We say I want to head up we want. You think we are come talk about apology for no? We are say a treason now come. Slavery has been abolished and outlawed, and honor perpetrate public slavery and have all kind of fancy, beautiful people participate, endorse, and promote this colonization, this colonial public slavery, where some like a policeman, policy enforcers can arbitrarily do what they want to you, and then the media come and cover it up, including the vloggers them. You understand? So me also watch you know, the next side need a voice, even when the voice is that only voice in the wilderness. Watch you know, man, we are say truth. We are say fire burn for no colonization. We are say fire burn for no government political system. We don't like it. We don't want it. We don't associate with it because we totally comprehend it. It is beneath us and we'll stay right there. We turn up on the neck. That's why we talk so bold and brave out here. Who don't think you can fool with no nonsense? You think some sodomite can sit down up in some place where them call parliament and write on paper and say, boy, it apply to free people. Keep that to yourself. It can only apply to the political low IQ people who occupy on a constituency. We as West India. Awakan. occupy the Western Territory, where Babylon are called Commonwealth. Which one of an attorney can tell me say nothing go so? I give you some slap, you see. I slap on to sleep, because I know my style. I now come talk about a church and I go and say, hey, where's Sean Penny there? You notice you not jump up in the media no more. Where my eye? A good warrior, you know, I'm now born in because I'm a defense attorney, so the defense always there on our side, and him know all of them, him know if you negotiate, but he's a man where if you don't have 350,000 to 500,000, you're not going to get access to him office, because that can't make you talk to him. Me I tell you that. You not see them man, they not look for uncommon for them little monkey money there. You have to push weight like one of my brethren, where them man, they just call them man, they like them little brethren, like for some little boy where you grow and say, what go on, and this a go on. And them man, they say, yeah man, because them know them sure are 300 or 350,000. And a man like me say, fire burn, we now do them thing that we now work with them. Love them man. What kind of Sean Penny? And I'm a sovereign man, way above them little man there. Station. But you now gonna know them thing, yeah. And hear me I talk kind of jumble up and parabical. We always show some parable out there. But what we are saying is this, them not have no authority or jurisdiction to do what them do. And as long as Kiprich have an attorney, he might get judgment. Because the attorney now gonna stop take money from him and through him probably free and you know, now I go through the lock up and thing. Him gonna pay all kind of money. And them gonna throw it away because now that we are said them thing in a law. Them now can publish it, them now can bring it forward because we're gonna expose it, you know what I mean? And any man can carry it to the privy court and get it overthrown. Kiprich a millionaire, him can do the same thing with Vive Cartel. If them clown convict him for any unlawful nonsense, him can appeal it, take it to privy court and embarrass them, and then don't do like Vive Cartel and not sue them. Him can sue them. But I don't know if Kiprich is a political activist or if he is a part of the political system. If that's the case, then he is a part of all of them things. So anything and everything what them do, it apply to him because he probably signed contract and agree to all of that. I don't know. I just deal with law. I don't deal with legality. I don't deal with them commercial policy. I say what the law, and the law is contract. What the contract will authorize the police for to arrest that man? Which contract? Wait there. When get jurisdiction for that? Did him and Kiprich have any kind of agreement for not like that to happen? I'm quite sure not like that, but sure them I presume that this man here is a slave. Because this is how them function on presumption. That's it. Them can't do nothing else. Them are presume until you rebut it. But you don't really use them attorney to get much, because them not gonna do much, because all of them work for the same colonial foreign crown, same colonial foreign master. And the common West Indian people who don't know themselves, that's the product, that's the commodity. That's where everybody make business offer. Everybody are just charge these people. Whether they're a criminal or not, they might get charged. Pay. Tax. And the people themselves so comfortable. Them not really question nothing for rise up against these oppressive regime. Them not care. All them have to do is placate a handful of them, and the handful of them just make everybody else stay in line. Put it that way.
As an artist, has a constitutional right to express himself. The question, though, does he have a constitutional right to express himself with this song? So the song is about the One Order gang, and the police say the song endorses gang violence and pays tribute to members of the One Order gang. The song talks about the One Order man them going crazy. It says you ditch the Jenna now, the whole of Spanish town going to blaze. It says among
Nonsense. I guess them have to go all the Hollywood actor them and all of these actors were acting in all of these movies where express themselves artistically. And you're going to go arrest all of those people. You're going to go arrest a lot of them international actors and entertainers here. When them come on the island, because our law said we're going to arrest them. I say it's hypocrisy. You understand? Yeah, man, I say it is hypocrisy. 'Cause all I political. All that is political. It now have nothing to do with fundamental rights and freedom. You understand? Because them totally violate the people's fundamental rights and freedom here all the time. Listen to how Diane Miller talk. She talks of the Constitution. She now talks of a fundamental rights, the charter name, you know. Charter synonymous with contract. The Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom. It not say Constitution and that's it. Because the Constitution consists of several different chapters. But the chapter we apply for us is where the nationality is, and where chapter 3, the Charter of Fundamental Rights, will break down everything. And because it has been amended 2011 by assent, and we are work with that one, because in that one it said gay activity is unlawful. So we agree with that. We don't agree with nothing what the gay people and what going to parliament a change. Because only the gay people them are going to write them kind of unlawful nonsense that for benefit themselves. How gay people get into politics? How? And the law set in a stone from before the independence. So how them get into politics? So now if you nullify everything, mash it down, start new, fresh. One party round here, and the West Indian party. And then the West Indian can organize themselves in them different nations, or them different tribal affiliate. And we're going to get rid of what is known as Maroon and all of them nonsense there. Because it's all nonsense. All of that are colonization. This is decolonization. This is the end to colonization. This is where we are dealing with say freedom. When you say you're West Indian, it means that you're free. It means that a Saddamite not to come talk to you without him and present a contract with your endorsement, your signature upon it, where you agree for anything at all. Without that, judgment, no make them fool you. Judgment, no make them fool you. What I'm like for do is pick off the people them one. Them know so you kind of there some firm in your own little section. Them just come pick you off one. That way you not realize the genocide we are going for organizing ourselves and become one West Indian community. And when I say West Indian community, I talk about all of these islands, including the mainland. I don't think that I talk about the very same oppressive regime we operate here. It operate on the mainland and it oppress a specific group of people. Because you have black people where that regime do not touch, because it is a part of the regime. But you're going to get, confused thinking so enough of them black people have your best interest. How can they? When them, I show you so them I work for the enemy and them not hide. Them not the arm, they not cover nor arm, they not sheet. Them I do it openly. Them I show you so them want the police for slaughter anybody when I say police. A man like me, them would mind hold me and carry me in one place, go put me over one whole heap of fire and carry them Catholic, Spanish Catholic Pope come run ritual upon all a man like me. But the sad thing is, them are going to see me just jump off of that the pirate they car through I am fire. And when me go move to them now, what them are going to run? Because them now go want this fire. And this fire of truth is where destroy them deception, tear down them lie, burn out them hypocrisy. Because it's on the low IQ dunce people who can deceive with these nonsense. I'm telling us like this, the people are going to wake up and the judgment are going to right on top of you, where there will be no recourse, because what? You choose to abandon the rule of law, you understand, which is maintained under the organic constitution, which is maintained under the common law. You move away from that and then on a public policy where you look at joke of police, them enforce compliance to public slavery. Don't try it around here, I'm telling you. We take it in a way where we say eradication. This is our retaliation. Our retaliation is eradication. We now go kill zero. You're going to have to go kill we 1,000 times. And you're going to have to kill over 100,000 away every single day. That is an impossibility. This is why we say make truth reign. Go. We do not hypocrisy like government or anybody. Government, you're smarty. You're artificial construct, legal entity. Government, you're nobody. Fire burn. I express myself this way freely and willingly and say fire burn. I won't answer, man. It would be funny if you hear me burn the government and one and look on the hear downstairs, I tear down a helicopter out there and on the hear the knockings and clappings. Because Babylon said them are come test me. Yeah, I want to hear kaboom. And I go know say the Port Royal sitting that tunnel out there. Kaboom. And then everybody know the warrior them know said on. So you say all I know what we done secure on a location and have all the information for on. Yeah. I found a place now I go and bare excitement, straight pandemonium, straight chaos. Now I know what terror is. Now I gonna know and experience what fear is. And now I can run off of the island. Because we have lit up the mainland the very same way. And Africa, I go look over here, so South Africa specifically, because West Africa and them are sissy. Them are go always sell out. A one warrior there on West Africa. And the youth in Burkina Faso, the little warrior there. The only one will stand up away where them can't play with it. I might tell them say arm resistance and them stay armed. And that are the difference. That man stay armed. So when him friend want to sell him out, him friend have to check. So this pussy will blow me head off. And if him blow me head off, him will wipe out my family right after. That's why I'm still around, because a lot of other people make people play with them, come friend them and laugh up with them and sell them out. And I hear me say me not a friend. When people see me, they not see me with no crowd and no entourage. Me choose my friend. And I met no boy choose me as friend. Me choose my friend. That's why my circles are tiny. I love when people get to know me and turn away from me. Because I know them I go only have to come right back to me. Because such truth go. And when them come right back to me, I know how to deal with them. I have to just deal with them accordingly. I have to deal with them cautiously. And this is a naturality. So I now have to continue with what this lady has said or what she had do. I just know say all right and lawful what them I do. Them not have no authority about you until you consent or give them authority. Them I presume them have it. But it not exists. Them can't present it. Authority means contract. Listen to me again. Now when you hear them and say, do you have authority or where's the authority? It's them talking about the contract that permit you to do what you do. There has to be a contract. Duly signed and sealed. You know what I mean? A contract means meeting of the mind. So you have to agree to whatever stipulation. And don't let them tell you because you have a driver's license, that's what it is. There's no such thing. Because you've never seen a driver's license contract. You've never seen a driver's license bond. All you've seen is a driver's license application. So somebody didn't provide you with full disclosure to make you aware of the consequences arising from the corporate offer to contract. No one expressed it to you this way. So how them think them can convict you? Because them know say you dance. Them know you don't know all of these things. So them have to run forward and then them get you to get an attorney totally throwing away whatever jurisdictional authority you had just by getting an attorney, and the attorney make an appearance for you. That's it for you. You're a ghost cook. All when you walk out of the court, them will laugh at you same way, because them know them just, solidify another slave and make a ton of money on the back end by way of your surety. And your surety is a legal fiction. Your birth registration entity. That's all them can interface with, because that's all other business in them commercial arena. That's it. But you think you are it. So them are going to just regulate you, administrate you as if you are a it, not a man or a woman. You're a it. That's why them address you as Hugh. Because when you look at the definition of Hugh, it means two or more people. So I can't be that you. I am that I am. I am he. Sodomite can't gain jurisdiction over me, nor my people. Period. Nonsense them talk. It's all hypocrisy. Kiprich, I just law you know, and your attorney, I gotta take away your money. Naturally.
Other things, you know, should have no one other no soft, them now gonna take over throw. Now stand up in the way, you reap what you sow. One other now gonna make one daddy badness go so. Okay, so it's so among other things. Now this song came out after the police killed Othniel Thickman Laban, who they say was a leader of the one other gang. So there's a lot going on here. First and foremost, let's go back to this idea of freedom of expression, because freedom of expression is not absolute. It's not an absolute right. You can't say anything at all you want without some kind of consequence.
Yes, you can say anything you want without any consequence. The most important thing is the rights where you are secure for yourself, you can't violate it for others. So if Kiprich sing a song or talk about something, which police officer specifically name and call where it is a threat, or to make it a threat, to make it a true threat, not just exaggeration, not just political hyperbole, but a true threat. Which one of them? Which one of the officer in call? Which name in call? What the affidavit, like I said, who is being threatened? Where is a crime? Because I'm not saying commit a crime. Where is a crime? Madam, do the people a favor and express to them what are the elements that constitute a crime. What is the body of the crime? Where is the victim with a verifiably complaint of damage, injury, or any kind of wrong? Where is that victim? So now, madam, clearly you people are bringing a fallacious claim, what we call malicious prosecution, because of the political environment that is there. And because the Jamaican populace like me say all of we are dunce outside of the people and we choose to apply themselves. It's true, all of we are dunce. One of us lay these nonsense on us until we accept it. Rasta, I walk once and once. Even you Maroons, even you foreign people where they are, listen to me clearly. Not go where them a say go. Lie them a tell. Public slavery, and them use you people when now claim to be West Indian or Indian as the puppets. Some wanna get paid, most of don't get no paid. Alright, watch this question. Just think back to, don't even go too far. Think back to 1980. This is in our timeline. Just think back to 1980. And yes, them have gate this and gate that and all of the cross-dressing thing are going on in the earth. But just remember at that time and tell me if you could have heard a sodomite politician publicize himself as such. We never see that them have it inside of them closet where it for stay. With all of the political upheaval, you never have 98% of the Jamaican young youth seem to be gay. You never have that. You never have people who go up on TikTok and just because them want money, them become gay. Or when them never gay, them just become gay. You couldn't get a Rasta man for power with nobody were fishy. Period. Whether man or woman. All when them have them what them keep them thing that when them go international. And watch me now, a long time Rasta reggae artist love white flesh. Cause me remember in the 70s, long time ago, like 79 or 80, or even earlier than that, probably earlier than that, because we live a Greenwich farm and through our yard, you know, we have a nice house and we look a nice ghetto, you know, but we think them nice. So I remember when some foreign people come down and Sammy Dread rent one of our room them for him and a white girl. So the white girl living at the house and Sammy Dread for I don't remember if it's like a few days or what it was, you know. So when me I try say, it's the same Sammy Dread, him probably had like a year all this, because I think him there over Tampa there, and then some know him last location there. So the old elder we all hear this and probably laugh and say, boy, a June boy them not here, man. Oh, remember them things that I remember these things. And I'm not new. So when I come and talk about fireborn, I laugh at someone you say. Yeah, man. Hold on again, me have to take my daughter call, yeah.
Says freedom of expression can be limited.
I do.
When you look at it in all the international treaties, for instance, that Jamaica has signed and ratified, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, the American Convention on Human Rights, and others, you do see freedom of expression set out. And it's also set out, as I said before, in the Jamaican Constitution, which, by the way, also provides for the right to seek, receive, distribute, or disseminate ideas or opinions through any media. Because in this case, if we're talking about freedom of expression with a song, we're also talking about distributing, putting out, sharing the ideas in that song or in your writing, in your art, whatever it is. That is also a constitutional right related to the right of freedom of expression. But everywhere where you have freedom of expression set out as a right, you also have limitations and restrictions on it. For instance, I mentioned the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and there we see that restrictions on freedom of expression are allowed to protect the rights and reputations of others, also to protect national security, public order, public health, or morals. So this idea of being able to restrict freedom of expression, it's not just a Jamaican thing, all right? It's done all over. So yes, Parliament can make laws that will restrict freedom of expression, but those restrictions also have to follow certain rules, right? So in the case of our Constitution, Parliament can make laws to restrict our rights. What the Constitution says is that Parliament can do that if it's demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. And to help to figure out what that means, the courts have laid down a number of rules. For instance, they look at whether or not the law restricting the right in question, so freedom of expression we're talking about, was that law enacted for a proper purpose, a purpose that's important enough to warrant the restriction of a constitutional right. Does the means used to achieve the objective violate the right as little as reasonably possible? Is the benefit that comes from restricting the right greater than the harm that could become from the restriction? The Court of Appeal, by the way, laid out all of this in the Daleberger case, citing Chief Justice Sykes and what he said in the NIDS case, if you want to go and read up on that. Now, look, Jamaica is a high crime environment. We still had over 1,100 murders in 2024. We have a serious gap problem just in November.
All right. Boy, people, it's amazing, you know. It's amazing. This is my next daughter, you know. My first call was my smaller daughter, my younger daughter turned big girl. She's an athlete, volleyball, captain, win the tournament and, you know, MVP. So now I have to talk to her and I tell her how humble she has to be. And, you know, she have to, you know what I mean? Because I know my girl and she have that kind of spirit. I have to chant with me every day. She have to check in with me. You understand? So I guess she have a little issue in a school and her mom touch base and I have to touch base and get involved while I'm right here. So it may tell the warrior them so there is no excuse. You understand? And all they want to do is just have the basic with your children. Mom, that's the basic respect. What you gonna, you know what I mean? It not to be about all of these things. You have to play a role in our youth and life. Them things that make a difference. You tell the island that. Irrespective of how tough it is, the island have to play a role. I'm once fool about this matcha thing and you know, you switch. Don't do that. So if you're there foreign right now and you're there all a prison right now, me no. Because I'm there foreign and I'm lock up and I still call my granny in Jamaica while I'm lock up. So the item have to maintain that little thing that with the item youth then just to bring the balance there, irrespective of how it is. Yeah man, you know, every day or every other day, depending on the age group, them and touch base with you and check in. And if it's even a 1 minute call, a 2 minute call, a little text message, maintain it, Rasta. It do make a difference. But I'm a big daughter this now, just call, so again, me that fit jump off and give her energy, you know, looking as beautiful as ever, and, you know, I just really appreciate them, and I always share with them, so boy, watch out. I'm just so proud of you guys. She'll tell me how she tired and the work, and she have a little area where she manage a little place and thing. And I say, listen man, it's a good complaint, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it, beautiful. And my girl just laugh, smile with me, give me a big, pretty smile, and said that you know, it's a blessing. I do give thanks. And I said, yes, yeah, man. So even when the work is hard, relish it. The subtlety to all of that is that you're active, you're busy, you're working, you're earning. So you look at it as, you know, you're on the trading post, even though them are push you as slave. That's the mindset. Yeah, that's, you know, a different mindset. Yeah, we turn on something else in our So from the trading post to something else to they realize, yeah, this is what it is, this is what's going on. But again, back to the constitution, what I'm talk about, and I talk about, say, boy, government, you know, of all of these authority, and you only have limited this and you have limited that. No, me are telling us that the constitution place limitation on these people, not on you, the man, not on you, the woman. They're lying out there. And there is no judge who can tell me, say, I'm a lie. None of them. None of them. It's public slavery, but they can't see it, they can't grasp it, they can't comprehend it because you're right smart, dab in the middle of it. And if somebody not there, they shout out and say, yo, them a trick you. Don't make them tell you about the constitution here, nothing. It's bullshit. The constitution secure and protect what you had inherently, my people. Don't be fooled. Anyway, I go jump off because this wasn't the topic for the day. You know. Me supposed to touch some people and I'm attorney bar association member there up in Nassau County in New York State. They're up in New York City, the Long Island there, you know. I think New York a Commonwealth area same way because New York they're in the Western Territory. And the Western Territory did have a Bill of Rights guaranteed by the Northwest Ordinance. So I know so them non-topic people are not supposed to just do what they want with anybody like so boy. Slavery has not been abolished and outlawed. Yeah man, if people not shine light in them areas, yeah, it will remain in the darkness. Just like how if I man not shine light on what going on the island with these people, the island people here will remain in darkness. The moment you as an island people claim to be a West Indian American, the situation changes and you write on paper and start structure accordingly. No make them tell you nothing. You have a right to decide your own destiny. And the very international documents where this lady I talk about, I say you have a right to self-identification and you have a right to self-determination. Don't make a government agency classify you as a legal entity where it asks you for your legal name and I ask you for your legal residence and all of these nonsense and you wouldn't know the difference. They can only interact and interface with a legal entity with a piece of paper. So if Kiprich lawyer them know that Kiprich can not have to go back to court. In fact, if them get Kiprich R&R, which is its own recognizance bond. I can tell Kiprich, say, watch you now, come talk to me, I'm show you how to cancel a bond and I will dare them to carry in a court. You can sign a document to make me, give me power of attorney just for this situation. I don't know about your life, so I don't want to deal with nothing else. And you pay me. I'm going to just expose the government. Really, I'm not going to expose them. I'm just going to teach them so them improve what they do and you know apply law to what they do. opposed to them corporate policy when I apply. Yeah, man. So Kiprich, whenever I ever know say you're there on the island, you check say a foreign you live Kiprich. When you're there on the island, you're so quiet, Rasta. A joke thing, you're a tough artist in you, Kiprich. Yeah, man, you're a tough dancehall warring artist, man. As I look for you them time when I say warrior. So I know you're so quiet around here. Yeah, man, but don't make them spoil you. Don't make them label you as a gangster. They know you're not run up and down with no old broomstick and give them trouble. So you can't take them label like sue them. Sue everybody. And watch me not ask for no money. Tell them you want them head. Sue them, forget them head on a platter in a Spanish Town Square. You will win. You will win. Whereas if you link a man like, yo, oh no, I'm straight, hey, Babylon, no a judgment anytime this office is straight up, you know. Them know. Because them know when them see me, them I say 1,000 warriors step with me and them can't even look. Them better turn them back. Yeah, man, them not gonna see no joke nothing when they see me out there, man. Once we, you know, get we things together and I move lawfully, Babylon shook, man. Because them can't talk to me. Them not have no authority to talk to no West Indian, but then we talk to the Maroons and everybody else. But them try the West Indian blow them off of the face of the earth, literally, man. Mash them up, man. Yeah. Brawling, and them can't do nothing about it. Them have to run and hide. Why? Because truth in our place, law in our place, and we bring light. So don't come with the darkness and try out our light. You understand? It can't happen, man. Nah, make truth real. Enough for no hypocrisy. All I know are hypocrite. And all I know work for the old pirates who come to Rabbi and carry our people in them, what would we call it? Commercial citizenship. That's what I'm carrying, you know. And the people them don't know say I ship them there on lost at sea, drifting. That's the slave ship. The citizenship is in fact that slave ship. When I get them clarity they say people who not gonna laugh, you say man, who not gonna say John with a bridge in break it down some way where when it hit with, when it do hit with, we can't deny the truth. And them information you will bring it go straight to the core. I want to know ignore it. And I can't deny this truth. We are all free, but Babylon chose to enslave with. And them are use entertainers to distract with. And the colonized people are fall feet. I'm glad we're no longer gonna try fight we, the bold and the brave. We, the true and the free. I'm glad we're gonna kind of ease up and stop fight against it. Why? Because we're gonna discover the truth for ourselves. You see, after a while, we're gonna come join with it and we're gonna start protect with. Yeah, and we're gonna see one out there when that realization come to you naturally. Because this is how truth works. It unfolds itself. Yeah, nothing can restrict it. Nothing can limit it. It unfolds itself naturally. That's what truth do. That's what truth is. Anyway, more than enough phone, you know, because I'm supposed to pass back through and share that information there. And it won't be an issue. I'll bring it forward and, you know, we'll chop it up same way. Salute out there. May the Most High guide and protect the item in all the item endeavors and in all the item capacity. Yeah. And totally bliss the item out there perpetually. Yeah, man. Give the item strength to stand up and choose to be free. Yeah, man. Truly free. Complete gratitude. Free people. Again, salute and gratitude, subscribers. Complete gratitude.